C Property Services, making your real estate dream a reality.
Welcome everyone. Thank you all for joining us on this, our episode 11 of Real Estate-ically Speaking and More. I'm your host, Karen Coke, and on this show, we seek to invite other professionals who are relevant to the real estate industry to educate you on various aspects of the business. Tonight's topic is tips on how to furnish and decorate your space. I'm sure those of us who have no clue, how to mix and how to match, would very much benefit from this presentation from, one of the specialists in the business, one of the best in the business. And I'll introduce her to you in a little while, as well as she will tell us a little more about herself in a video that I have coming up. All right, so our quote is, owning a home is a keystone of wealth, both financial affluence and emotional security. And this is from Susie Ormag. All right, so I'm going to ask you please to state your questions, any questions that you may have. Please put it in the chat. I'm going to ask you please also to share this link. Link is there. Share it with your friends, family. And you can comment, like, and subscribe. All right. So, our special guest in the house this evening, right? It's a virtual house, but we call it a house nonetheless. And she's none other than Mrs. Janelle Pantry-Coke. And she's the owner of Spaces Jamaica Limited, which is a furniture and decor store. So I'm going to ask her at this time just to share the video that she has with us, and then we can move right along into our question and answer segment thereafter.
I'm Janelle Pantry-Coke, the creative director at Spaces. Spaces is not a furniture store. Spaces is a home decor inspiration center. It's a place where anyone can come and be inspired, making their home the place they want to come home to. I genuinely love furniture and I love home decor. Comfort is everything. I mean, I'm a Netflix and chill type of person. So my sofa looks great, but most importantly, it's comfortable. I start with the basic. I have a light gray sofa at home, and then depending on the time of year, I may change the rug and go a little bit more intense with the blue. I am mad and crazy in love with any shade of blue, from the deep navies to the turquoise. It pretty much goes with any color scheme. For spring, summer, I'm a little bit more fun and playful, so I'm liking the turquoise colors. Basically, it's inspired by my environment, the Caribbean Sea, the beautiful skies, and it's just cozy, casual chic.
Hi Karen, good night.
Good night. And how are things going for you?
I'm doing well. Thanks so much for having me on your program this evening.
Okay, and I'm happy to have you. I'm sure the viewers will be more than happy to have you as well. Those, and as I said before, those of us who have no clue about decorating our spaces, to this episode 11, definitely, I'm sure as of today, persons are going to be the better for it.
I hope so too. I hope I can impart a little trade secrets that people can take away, and immediately after this program, they can go and do a little decorating tonight. Or if anything, can come down to the showroom tomorrow and ask for myself or any of the decorators and get a few more tips. But let's see what we can do this evening to better everyone's space.
All right, awesome, because you're a girl after my own heart. Love anything interior myself.
Yes.
All right. So, might I call you Janelle if you don't mind?
Please do.
Right. Janelle, what motivated you to start Spaces as a home furnishings decorating business, considering that we have quite a few other very popular furniture giants around?
Sure. So we've actually been around for 15 years. Spaces is not, as you say, a furniture giant, but we're small on size physically, but though what our clients and our customers have access to is actually hundreds of products, because we are a dealer for a lot of the major brands out of the States, as well as we have pieces that are made locally. There is a plethora of things that persons can choose from, even though we're not a big box store. What we do is offer a very personalized service for our clients and our customers. So if we don't have what you're looking for in stock, we definitely can source it for you. And how did I get into this furniture business? I tell people there's a long story and there's a short story. So the short story is that I've always had a love affair with furniture, decorating, and decor. Didn't realize that there was an actual industry or let's say a career that could be made from this. That could be made from my love of decorating interiors, my love of furniture, and hence Spaces came about. So my background is actually in hospitality management, and I was So I was actually studying in Europe, and I came across some amazing furniture stores there, and the products that I saw, we just didn't have them in Jamaica at the time. So I said to myself, you know what? Hospitality is wonderful, but my true calling is telling me that I need to be in furniture and home decor. And I switched careers and came back to Jamaica and started a small accessory store at Winchester Business Center. That was 15 years ago. It was just 500 square feet. Right now I'm operating with about 2,500.
15 years ago, you look like you started at 15.
Thank you. When you love what you do, you don't age, you don't get tired.
You don't work for a day in your life.
Work, life. So I do enjoy what I'm doing. We're now in a 2,500 square foot showroom. We have a warehouse offsite. We have a website, spacesjamaica.com. But as I say, while we're not a big store physically, we have so much access to stuff that anything that you can think of, we pretty much can source it for you.
Awesome. All right. Do you target a certain niche clientele, or do you have a little of everything for everyone?
Well, definitely we have something for everyone. Whether it is that you are living in a small space, you just need to drive around Kingston, and most of the new construction that you see going up are now apartments, 500 square feet, 700 square feet. We have small scale pieces, but we also have furnishings, whether you're living in a home as well. And our price points also vary. That's the beauty about Spaces, is that because we have access to different brands and we can source things locally, we can offer different styles, whether you're traditional, contemporary, and in between of that, or a little bit of everything. We have products from sofas, beds, you name it, accessories. And what we love to do, we tell people that yes, we sell furniture, but we don't like to just call ourselves a furniture store. We love to have people create spaces that they love. So when you come to us, we're not just trying to sell you a sofa. We're selling you a vision, somewhere that you want to come home, that you can enjoy, somewhere that you can relax, whether you live by yourself or you have a family of 4 or more. We want you to have that space that you feel at home, that space that you feel proud of, that space that you feel comfortable in.
Awesome. And like I said to you before, I am a girl after your own heart. I love my space to be nice and comfortable too.
Yes, and there are a few secrets that that we can share with your viewers today, that how they can get that Instagram worthy look.
All right. Have you ever considered trade-ins for prospective clients who wish to downsize to a smaller space, but the furnishings they have are too large to fit into this new space?
We actually don't do trade-ins. We do refurbishing or reupholstering of pieces, repurposing of things, but we don't take used furniture. But we can help you breathe new life into your old pieces, and then you
that is so refreshing to know. So now I know where to take my things that are looking old and shabby, and you want to throw them out.
No need to repurpose, reupholster, respray. Right. Take off a door, change a handle, and so forth.
Indeed, I believe in that too. Do you provide guidance to clients on how to mix and match color schemes of decorative pieces to give their home that sophisticated look and feel?
So what we do, we actually offer different decorating and design services. So whether you want to engage with us virtually, such as this medium that we're using now, we can work with you remotely. You share pictures and videos of your space, and we can help you tie it together. If it is maybe perhaps a larger project and you need us to come in and take measurements so that you can get the appropriate scale, the right colors, because with paint, the lighting affects how wall color looks in a different area and so forth. So we have a team of experts at Spaces. Myself plus other members of the team are able to help persons choosing their color scheme. And when we talk about color scheme, Karen, it's not necessarily just the paint color. Your color scheme involves all the elements that you use to decorate a space.
Indeed.
So you want that your paint color on your wall coordinates with your rug and your colors in terms of your accessories. We talk about complementary color schemes, neutral color scheme where you're using very soft, muted colors, or you can go vibrant and add that pop of color.
Right. Does an individual have to get formal training to enter into this field?
Definitely. There are those who have an innate skill set, but it is recommended even if you do a few online courses, because there are certain principles of interior decorating and design that an individual who wishes to enter into this profession should have, especially if you're going to go out and you're taking people's money. You really should know more about the industry and the science of the industry than your clients.
Yes.
And there are a few places here in Jamaica that offer the program of interior decorating, as well as there are online courses that persons can take. Okay. And if they want to go even further, there are degrees that they can enroll in for interior design as well.
Wow. But you said your thing was innate.
No, I actually do have training I innate love for interior design and decorating, but I also have training in interior decorating.
Okay. Right. Do you yourself offer that service?
No, well, we actually don't offer the training itself, but I do know that the Edna Manley School of Creative Arts offers interior decorating, and I also offer interior design. University of Technology offers architecture that has a component of interior design. And also Garmex offers interior decorating as well.
Okay, all right. In terms of I'd asked you earlier about the consultation and so on. Is there a charge for the consultation?
Right, so we offer complimentary services in store.
We love things,
But if it is that we have to do a site visit, we do charge a service fee for that, and then you can decide on the different level of service you would require from us. And all this information is actually available on our website,
furnish.com. So all our fees and the different services that we offer are there.
Okay, great.
You can come down to the location, bring your pictures, and we're there to help you.
You mentioned you had a few secrets that you would like to share. I'd love to. My viewers and myself would love to catch you.
Sure. So, one of my key things when I'm decorating a space is starting with an inspiration. And your inspiration could be artwork. It could be a rug. It could be the print on a pillow. And once you have that inspiration, that is now where you draw your color scheme from. And from your color scheme, you can use that. There's a ratio proportion that you would use with your color scheme. So if you're going with, I love blue and white as my favorite colors to decorate. White is a neutral, and blue is a color that both sexes love, whether it's the male, female. Most people seem to find it very harmonious and calming. You can go intense with your navy blue. You can go more calming with the teals and the turquoise and so forth. So if you find, for example, an artwork, it could probably be something depicting the sea. And the shades of the blues that are in the sea coming down from the sky, meeting the sand. That now you can use to choose your paint color. So you could use a soft blue as a paint color. White sheets if you're using a bedroom, for example. Teal accent pillow. And then a rug, which then draws colors that you would have used on your bedding, that you would have used on your wall, that anchors the space. So that's one of my key things is always to have an inspiration. And the inspiration, I said, can be from art. You could buy the rug first, and then the room is then centered around the colors or the theme of the rug. Or you could find bedding that you fall in love with if it's a bedroom. But start with something that gives you inspiration. And always remember that you're decorating for yourself. Personally, must love the space because you're the one who's going to be spending hours in the space.
Right.
Decorate for your friend and she tell you that this thing and you must get this and what have you and start it online. You need to think about how you use your space.
Indeed.
And feeling that you want to evoke when you walk into your space.
All right.
That's my key things that I tell people or that I use when I'm decorating anything.
I know that Jamaicans on a whole, I don't know what it is with us. I myself, being in the real estate industry, have come across quite a few people who love some very huge bedrooms. And some of the time,
you bring up a second point that I should mention when decorating.
Yes.
Measure. So scale and proportion is a very important concept when you're decorating.
Right.
Any room in the house. So you talk about Jamaicans love big furniture. And there's a place for everything. There's a room for everything. But there's a room for a particular scale of furniture. So you can get a king size bed, but there are king size bed and there are king size bed. There are king size beds that have huge headboards and side wings, and the nightstands are oversized. The spaces that we're seeing now in the condos and the apartments and the high rises, these rooms are probably 12 by 12. And we know the dream is that you want to have that piece in there, but we also want that you be able to kind of walk around the bed and that you can get into the bed instead of climbing on the bed from one side. So measure your space, measure the furniture, and
it's so important that the scale and the size of the pieces that you choose are appropriate for the room that you have and the size of the space that you have. So there are sofas and there are sofas. There are apartment size sofas that are smaller in scale, that are a little narrow, that the depth is shallower. It might be 70 something inches versus 84 inches, and that 12 inches makes a big difference in how your space feels and you're not bucking up your foot and so that's a very important thing that you've noticed.
Indeed, because you don't want to, your furniture to be your accident. And that is why, even myself as a real estate dealer, I have to advise my clients. So they'll tell me that my bedroom set that I have is too big for that space, and what as you can see, they're not necessarily able to afford a bigger space. And some of the times I have to tell them, you may have to sell those bigger pieces. So that was what sparked my question before to ask.
Right, and that's why we say it's important that you measure space, and if you're not have the aptitude for that, we offer a service where we come in, we can measure up for you, and we can just create a floor plan. And what a floor plan is a 2D representation of your space. And you can see how things will be laid out and what size sofa, what size dining room table, what size rug, what would be appropriate for your space. So that you have the right scale and the right proportion, because it's great when you have a nice color scheme, but if your color scheme and the scale and proportion and the design and the decor doesn't all come together, and these are some of the principles of decorating that a professional will impart on their client, is that we measure up and we take the guesswork out of things. We ensure that they can go to the hallway, it can go through your door, it can make off to go into your apartments, and to these are some of the little nuances that we sometimes forget when we impulse shop. And yes, you go and you fall in love when you see that sofa at Spaces, but make sure to check ask you these questions.
Right.
The right piece. We don't want you to have the buyer's remorse.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much again, and coming in and sharing with us.
Tune into our live stream, Real Estate-ically Speaking, with yours truly every second and fourth Friday as of November 2021. You can contact us at the information on screen.